Are you working hard but feeling empty? Well, today's Wisdom Wednesday, we're going to explore how blessing your work creates a cycle of abundance that gives back to you. So, I am Gloria Grace Rand. I am the founder of Align to Shine Academy, where we empower women over 50 to embrace their divine purpose and shed limiting beliefs so they can create lives filled with self love and meaningful connections. And today's subject was just perfect today because I found it from the Daily Word, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I just would love for you to imagine, if you will, if you treated the work that you do every day, whether you are an entrepreneur or an employee, but you really treat it as if it were a spiritual practice. What do you think would be the result? And how would others react if you did that? What do you think? So, as I mentioned, this idea for today's episode came from the Daily Word from Unity, which is it's a publication that Unity puts out, and I get it in my email inbox every day. You can sign up for it as well. But the message, the word of the day was actually two words, and it was work blessing. And I was like, ooh, perfect. That's perfect for my Wisdom Wednesday. So let me share with you the message. It says, no matter where I work or what my responsibilities are, I see my work as an outlet for creativity and achievement, as well as an opportunity to serve. The satisfaction I receive reflects the effort I put into it. I am unique, and only I can give what is mine to give. This is true of everyone. Each of us has unique skills, insights, and experiences to contribute. We each give of ourselves, and in doing so, enrich the lives of others we may not know, or in ways that may elude our awareness. I'm going to come back to that. Anyway, I give my all with gratitude. I cooperate with others and encourage their efforts. And when my day is stressful, I stop and breathe into the moment. I feel the spirit of the divine within and express the love and peace of God through my talent and skill. Yeah, I wanted to get back to that one sentence there. That one kind of piqued me here a little bit because it says, when we give of ourselves and in doing so, we enrich the lives of others, certainly in our business, but we also enrich the lives of others we may not know or in ways that may elude our awareness. And I think that's really something very important to think of because you never know whose life you're going to touch. And I mean, this is certainly for me and anyone who does any type of public speaking or writing, that you never, beyond who might be in, if you're speaking to someone in person, of course, that's your audience. But if you're doing like a live stream, like I'm doing, or even, sending that recording out later on, I do share this on LinkedIn later in the day on Wednesday, that I'm not going to necessarily know who's going to come across that. And it might be just the message that they needed to hear. And so for those of you out there as well, whatever it is that you do in the world, even if you are, and I'm just thinking off the cuff here, let's say that you're a florist and you sell flowers. And so that whoever's buying the flowers, they certainly are going to appreciate your work, but then you don't know necessarily, maybe, who they're giving those flowers to, and then how those flowers are going to impact someone else. And maybe even, someone walks by and sees the flowers and then that makes them feel good. So it's really important. And I think this is where it comes back to treating the work that you do as a blessing. And in fact, the affirmation, well, I'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to the affirmation. But anyway, to treat the work you do as a blessing, that you are blessing what you do and sending it out into the world. And I'm thinking right now about I'm recording this. When I'm recording this, it is March, and I live in the United States, and there's a lot of angst going on in our country with, a lot of stuff going on, and I think there are some people that aren't necessarily blessing the work they do. They're just thinking of the bottom line, or they're just I don't know. And I'm going off on a tangent here too. I'm also thinking of Southwest Airlines that I just found out is making some more changes and making me not want to fly with them like I used to, because I don't think they're blessing as much the work they do. I think they are just becoming beholden to an investment firm and wanting to have that, prop up their share price and of course prop up their profits. But I don't know. I think they're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I hope I'm wrong. I hope for their sake that maybe this will return them to profitability, and then at some point they'll be able to bring back the perks that so many of their fans liked. Okay, I think I'm digressing from my main message today. So, which is let's go to when your day is stressful, and maybe you don't feel like you can bless your work. To stop and breathe. And one of the things that I teach is I teach this love method, and the LOVE is love method, LOVE method. Love is an acronym. So L stands for let go and let God. So it's just kind of let go of whatever is bugging you in the moment to stop and breathe and see if you can calm yourself down, and then turn it over to your higher self. Now, I believe in God, not necessarily the patriarchal version of God, but more of God as love. God as love. That's what I believe in. I believe in love. Yeah, yeah, I believe in love. So let go and let love fill you up again, so that you can then go back in and start to bless your work. And the V stands for value your uniqueness. And it said here in this message today, it says, I am unique and only I can give what is mine to give. And that's an important thing to remember too. No matter what you do, you have come to whatever it is that you do because you have your I had a coach who used to call them your tags, your unique talents, abilities, and gifts. So bring those into the work that you do. And it isn't even necessarily the work that you do for pay. Maybe it's volunteer work. Maybe it's the work you do in your family, taking care of your kids, taking care of a friend, taking care of someone you love who is not feeling well. There's so many aspects to this, but to to just treat everything we do, to treat it as a blessing, to bless it, maybe even before you do it, ask for divine wisdom and divine guidance, and just, I want to bless what I'm putting out in the world today. Because when you are treating things like that, when you treat work as a blessing, when you treat whatever it is that you do, that is naturally a higher vibration. It is that vibration of love. And you're going to get that back. People are going to feel it. Whether you're writing a social media post or a blog article, or you're doing a podcast, or you're doing a live, Facebook Live or a LinkedIn Live or whatever, or YouTube, whatever, or you're giving a presentation in public, or you're meeting someone at a networking meeting. To own who you are and what is valuable about you, and then be that blessing. Not only the work you do, but you. Yeah, you be a blessing in how you show up today. And think about how can I be that? How can I be a blessing to someone? How can I be love? How can I be love in the world? How can I embody love? How can I embody that in everything that I do? And set an intention to do that. And you may not all the time, and that's okay. But if you can start to set that intention, I'm telling you, you're going to see miracles happen in your life. You're going to have wonderful opportunities are going to show up for you. You are going to just feel good. Ultimately, and I think that's all we all want to do anyway, really, isn't it? Is to just feel good. Feel good in our skin about what we're doing, who we are, and it starts from that place of loving ourselves. Yeah, we have to love ourselves first. I know there's some people say, nah, nah, nah. Yeah, nah. This is my belief. So if you don't believe it, that's okay. That's your uniqueness, and I respect that. And that's your unique perspective, and I respect that. So, but I that's my thing, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes, I was mentioning earlier an affirmation. So I'm going to leave this. This will be my parting gift to you today. Is to consider this an affirmation that you start putting into practice, that you repeat to yourself. You write it on a wall. Somebody was telling me the other day that if you write with those dry erase markers on your mirror, that you can still wash them off easily. I'm going to have to maybe do that. I'm not sure. I rent my apartment, so I don't know if I don't want to get in trouble. But anyway, here's the affirmation. I bless my work, and my work blesses me. And that's really the whole point I'm trying to get across today, is that when you bless your work is going to bless you back. You're going to have people who are going to be appreciative of what you do. Even people you don't know may appreciate what you do, which is pretty cool too. But when you bless your work is going to bless you back. So if you want more peace, joy, and abundance in your day, then do that. Spread peace, joy, and abundance to everyone else through a blessing. All right. Thank you for listening. I am happy to share these, and I will see you again next week. And if you want more practical advice from a spiritual perspective, you can also check out, I have a podcast called Live, Love, Engage. So that's another place to get it. All right. See you next time.